A lot of people have asked me why it is that I haven't done a review video of the trailer. Well, there's a couple things that have happened along the way. One, I got really busy, so that didn't help. Two, I have done things to the trailer that I didn't think were Evolution's fault, and I didn't want to display it until I got them corrected. And then those things kind of compounded, and here we are. So about a little over a month ago, was the final nail in the coffin on me not doing a video, because going into the dump, I had my tarp hit. A guy ran into right here, front fender, tarp arm support section, bent the living crap out of this. My tarp arm was all wonky. It caused the tarp to rip, whole 9 yards. So didn't look very good. Was not a huge fan of even driving around with it, but I was waiting on some insurance stuff before I really did anything to fix it. Junior was awesome. I called him literally standing on the side of the road, and I was like, hey, just so you know, I'm gonna need this, this, and this. He had sent me a new tarp arm support in no time at all. So finally got around to getting that installed yesterday. Called a buddy, Rick Denny, who is a mobile welder. He came out to the house, cut off the old one, re-welded on the new one. It's ready to rock and roll. And now I just got to install the actual tarp system itself. So I figure I don't have time, but I'll at least film through the process. Hopefully find a day to put together a video and show you guys what it looks like changing out your whole tarp arm setup. So I took off the old stuff yesterday. I have not taken off that arm yet, just because that one wasn't as badly damaged, although I do think I'm going to end up swapping it out anyway. But if you see, all that stuff's nice and beat up and bent. Some of it from the accident, some of it from operation after the accident, because once it's bent, it starts catching on more stuff. So yeah, I'm going to unbox this. I ordered it on Amazon, so you'll see. I'll cut open the box, get all the parts out, and start running through it. All right, I got my handy microphone now. Let me grab some tools, get that open, get that installed, get back on the road, drop some dumpsters. Can't forget the morning coffee. All right. First thing you see when you open it up, there's a thing here that says thank you from KYM. I don't think that's a sticker. No, not a sticker. It does have their business card from Kristen Cassidy, the East Coast sales manager. All right. We appreciate the opportunity to do business with you. So just a thank you card, KYM Tarps and Tarp Systems. Like I said, I got this off Amazon. Was not the most expensive option, but we shall check it out, see if it works. KYM Industries is so honored to have your business. We are also grateful for your trust to have placed in us. To show our appreciation, we are giving you an exclusive 5% off of all current listings when you call in and order directly from us. We look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you. And then last but not least, this looks like an invoice. Patriot Aluminum 4-spring pivot to pivot kit, 39-inch upper and lower arms, Amazon Rush. All right, simple enough. So all this, just extras. Put this over here. We're on video right now. You want to say hi? All right. So along with the other stuff, we have springs and bolts for each side. Each side gets 4 springs, 2 of these bolts to set in place, and then some of these locking nuts. I don't know what the proper name is for them, but then we have 2 mounting brackets. It's funny, there's no actual instructions. Thankfully, I know how to do this to some degree because I just took apart the last one, but it is odd that they wouldn't have some form of instructions. Yes, sir. Okay, go ahead. All right, I'm gonna bring you to the other side. I'm gonna take off the other arm and see which way, because the springs slide in on a groove. I'm gonna check on the other side, see if the groove is up or groove is down, and then go from there. But I'll move you over. All right, let me grab my tools. So the answer to that question is groove down. All right. It looks like we install mounting plate and then slide the arm on and the springs kind of at the same time. I don't know. We're gonna take a look at that in just a second. All right, I think I figured it out. You don't want to install the arm onto the bracket mounted. You want to install the arm and bracket together and then mount it. Let's try that. So doing the mounting plate with the arm on it, the springs want to keep the plate from being level. I'm gonna go grab 2 clamps so I can clamp the plate and the tarp arm support down together and hopefully level that out while I tighten it in. Let's rock and roll. Clamps worked out great. Got that nice and level during install. Not perfect, but it's close enough. Let's do the other side. Right, now should be the inside. Same thing, mounting plate, washer, arp arm. So you want to turn that enough so that the springs, when they rest, are going to go through or above this bar right here. But other than that, pretty simple stuff. So I'm pretty sure this would be much easier with 2 sets of needle nose. You got these, it's like a round washer with a slit through the middle that just rests in a groove. Pretty sure you should be using 2 sets of needle nose to pull these apart, but I'm just gonna kind of man my way through it. Hopefully not bend it too much. Okay. That is now resting in the groove, so we should be good for install. Same thing. So first thing I'll do, get my bolt out, start it, just so it's being held here by something. Second one I'm not going to be able to do until I get those clamps going. But now I can put that up here, grab my clamp. Actually, you know what, this one I'm gonna start that. All right, I take it back. I'm gonna start the bolt down here even though it's going to be wonky. All right, so bolt has been started. There we go. Now all I'm doing is just getting these nuts and bolts to like 90–95%, just so it's almost there. Makes it easier to deal with. All right, next piece of the puzzle. This tarp, when it was installed, I don't know if there is a right or wrong way, but I know George over at United Tarp had said that the raccoon logo would be on the inside of the bin, so as you open it, you see it from the inside. When Evolution installed it, it's flipped. So the raccoon is at the top. I am gonna flip it back and see if that helps the longevity of it. I don't know if it will, but I'm gonna do that now. All right, so the spacing when I flipped it was just a little bit off on the last one. Not a huge deal, it's a self-tapping metal screw, but for some reason I was having a hard time getting it to catch and thread. Did ultimately just get it there at the end, ended up grabbing the actual impact rather than the power wrench. Could be just not enough downforce when I was trying it with the power wrench. But let's go ahead and get that end bar installed. Get this threaded through the tarp, and I got dumpsters to run today, so let's rock and roll. Tarp is flipped, arms are installed, just need to install this cross member here, bolt everything into place, ready to rock and roll. So these fit right where these two joints meet. These are both 1/2-inch sockets. So let's grab our 1/2-inch, there we go. It's a washer and a nut on one side, washer and a bolt on the other. So now, I don't know what the best side to start on would be, but I'm gonna start on the cross member side. That lined up over the hole. This is the fun part now. I got more weight on this side than the other side, so it wants to fall, and I don't want it to fall. Oh, yeah, I guess we can thread the tarp here in a second. Good idea to do that before I install the other side though. Actually, you know what? Good idea to do that before I bend this all out of whack. Let's start over. So now, tarp's got that little pouch right there. Pull. There she goes. Everything you end up doing in this industry would be much easier with two people. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, same thing on this side. Get her started. Now the only thing left is to set the adjustment for the length, tighten those in. I'm gonna get some thread locker, Allen key those in place, and hopefully my tarp is good to go for a long time. Bada boom! We're almost looking good again. Let me show you one more thing. A few weeks after I got the tarp, some of those threaded nuts that hold the tarp arms extended had fallen out. I had contacted Junior over at Evolution. He sent me this red Loctite just to hold those nuts in there. So now that I'm doing it this time, I'm making sure I do it the right way. I don't want them sliding out again. There's 8 on each side. You want to have them all in place, holding that in there nice and secure. But now my tarp looks good and we're functional. Now I'm a little bit late, gotta go do some drop-offs. Let's rock and roll.